Welcome back to another edition of Toys I Did Not Own as a Kid. All right, gang, today we are talking about this G.I. Joe Classified Series Duke. This is number 4 in the series. This is back when they started releasing these guys. And I believe he's from, what year is he from? Let me check that. It looks like this is from 2020. So this is what the classifieds look like when they first started releasing them. They looked enough like the cartoon that those of us who wanted the nostalgia wanted them, but they also made them look a little bit newer so that I guess new fans would like them as well. So as you can see, the artwork is pretty cool. I don't know if this is based on one of the IDW comics or something like that. And then they have original artwork over here that looks like it was made in a computer, but I don't know. So let's take a look. If you're wondering why it has this, is because it was I bought this at a flea market event, and the seller was selling it for $32, and I haggled it down to 15. So here we go. He was really nice. I only had $15 left, and I told him so. I said, listen, I don't want to insult you. I only have $15 left, and that's the only reason I'm offering that much. I had already bought something else from him, which I will be unboxing after this. And so he went for it. He was like, okay, cool. And very, very nice of him to do so. So I have not really been interested in any of the other dupes from the classified line, probably because they've just been repaints of this guy right here. And for some reason, this mold just doesn't go with the original colors to me. But he's a little bit brighter than like, for example, the retro card release. He's a little bit brighter, like the colors are a little bit, I don't know. They're a little bit more dull in the retro card release when it comes to like the accessories and the uniform and even the skin tone and the hair. So I actually like this because of the fact that the colors were a little bit brighter and made it more interesting. And I feel like it went more with this mold. So let's get him out. And of course, G.I. Joe Classifieds has been a great line. It's a great tribute to the articulation of the original Joes. They of course are double jointed and they bend at the knees and at the elbows, and they have that bicep swivel that G.I. Joe was known for, and they can do T poses with their shoulders. They have some ab crunch. Well, they have lots of ab crunch. He has lots of ab crunch. So I definitely like this variation on the uniform. As you can see, they've added some things to make him a little bit more contemporary than he originally was. And of course, he can swivel at the hips there. He can do the cha-cha. He can look up. He can look down with his head, and he can look to the right, and he can look to the left, and he can go all the way around. If I wanted him to do an exorcism thing, and then he's got some stuff for his accessories here. And let me see. Yes, he has the hole for the backpack there. And let's take a look. Let's stand him up. There he is. So let's take a look at these accessories. So first of all, we're going to do this backpack. And we're going to put it back there. Interesting that this is in the way. There we go. We can put it down. Am I doing that off camera? Sorry about that. I wonder if it'll stick. But it made this kind of awkward now. Nope, there we go. We can put it that way and it's still not awkward. Good, he's still standing. So some of the features that I like about the classified line is that they actually gave them trigger fingers so that the weapons fit in their hands much better than other versions that they've had since the originals. And even the originals basically had a kung fu grip. So they were able to hold their weapons, but sometimes they looked a little awkward, which is funny because that's what this is about to look like, a little awkward. Because we got to get that finger near the trigger there. And I was going to try to keep this video somewhat short, but it looks like it's not going to happen. We're already at past the 4:30 mark, so it's going to be at least over 5 minutes. Then we have 2 more accessories here to go. It looks like this is a radio. And then we have his hand weapon, which is of course taped down so it won't fall off. I love these packages, this packaging, this type of packaging, because I'm going to be able to put everything back, and I'm going to be able to put everything back in the box as well. So if I choose to do so, I may leave them out on a shelf, but if I don't want to, the packaging will allow me to put him back and rebox him, as I like to say. And there he is. This is a great sculpt. A great sculpt. Lots of little details. I know that he has pins, but keep in mind this came out in 2020. I know that there's a lot of collectors that don't like pins for whatever reason. This has their binoculars. That's what they are. So I wonder what that's for. You see that little pin there? Is it to attach it to the weapon? Well, anyway, he's got a holster for this weapon here. We can put that away for now, even though it looks really cool. Let's take a moment to appreciate that. Look at the gold. Look at the gold and the brown and all those little details. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. The reason why I even have any classifieds is because I got some from Romeo Oscar Sierra Sierra, and I ended up liking them a lot. But I am not going to be paying $25 plus for these figures when I can get them for under $10. Now I'm wondering how these binoculars work, because they have that little pin there. Is there a pin in his hand? No, so I really don't know how these work. The only thing I can think of, yeah, you actually do use that pin, kind of like a handle. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I know that there we go. There he is. We can actually get it all the way to his eye, which is so cool. And I know he's not holding his weapon in a way that would be safe while looking through these binoculars, but I'm just trying to get to do all the features. Too bad that the weapon is a little bent, probably because of the nature of the plastic. But there he is, gang. So, do you guys own this? It would be cool if this could be taken out as well, if the shovel could be taken out, and maybe the canteens. But hey, it was part of the original first line. So, some of the articulation I forgot to mention is that he has swivel here at the shins, and he has ankle bend, and so we can get him in lots of cool poses. For now, we just have him looking through this cool binocular. Is it even a binocular? Because it's got only one thing for one eye, right? So binoculars are for two. Anyway, so there he is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as usual, if you like the video, hit a like. And if you like the content, subscribe. Thanks for watching, gang.